match, the all-round basis. Seth Rollins gets a hell of abilities of Roman Reigns, although that's closer than most of this game and stop moments. What you have to do is throw Roman like this.
Rollins with a leapfrog. Rollins with one of his own. Went to the side headlock. Seth now ring. Fast pace to start things. Across the rear. Roman Reigns got turned around into a sling wave.
And again, he's
stunned a bit. And Rollins turns it
be a technical advance. It's really not much between it. It has to go to Rollins, and either of them at any level.
It's interesting. Two of the most popular here. Most respected.
Yes, they are, but they're
superstars in the world.
There's a historical legend ever they encounter between these two. It's Rollins.
Yeah, again, Reigns
completely one-sided in favor of this
wildly. Seth Rollins now Reigns.
Well, Seth is just baiting
routine off on the champion Roman Reigns.
Roman in at this point. He's inside the head, but again.
Well, he's been inside the head of
Roman, and again, pure power.
We're going to get Roman most of Roman's career had. Seth Rollins wins every big match they. And Roman explodes out of the corner with a clothesline.
Now look, catharsis temporarily, but this is some rage inside Roman now, perhaps.
Reigns, Rollins with a kick right to the knee. Across the ring, missed wildly. Rocks Roman Reigns to a knee. Super.
Rollins is counter kick to the face. And again, doing everything that Roman's oracle ghost that haunts Rowe trying. And this instrument is continuing right now. That ain't see.
Well, you heard what Rollins said, right?
That's how you get in the head of the OT.
He believes he's the art that he created the Reigns that we could attack of Roman Reigns. We see today.
The right of Roman Reigns being shattered. Now we are seeing the psyche.
Rollins uses the quickness. The big jumping close. Nobody home. Roman Reigns using flying to take Rollins down. Roman now into the corner. Roman's turned to punish Rollins. And now it's Rollins. Oh, and a big boot.
Yeah, this is a team for Roman in this match for the sustained moment of the first time. Sending Rican Rollins.
And Roman's starting to
solve something back the way of Seth.
A little bit now. You can feel it. Locked and loaded. Roman went for the Superman punch. Rollins able to turn it around. And now Seth sets with a forearm of his own. Roman over the top rope to the floor.
And even I know you better than you know your counters. I'll Seth telling Roman himself.
Rollins across the ring. Suicide dive, driving Reigns.
Very little, but Roman is trying.
Back first to the barricade.
Very is working thus far.
And Rollins again, and the champion's reeling. And driving Roman into the barricade. And Roman's starting to feel it. Rollins now, driving Roman into the Spanish announce desk. Answer for everything.
Physical, Wait, Seth's had it even ringside for the entirety of not have off nights. He does not have Roman Reigns' career. He does have kryptonite, unless it's there.
Great way to describe it.
Seth Rollins,
because that is what Rollins has been.
He's the only one.
Rollins now, with Roman Reigns throughout his career. Clearing the Spanish announce. The official saw his desk. Bennett telling Rollins to get back to the officials. Going to have a lot of leeway in this ring and break the count. You have to believe the big title match tonight.
No doubt. Load up for a minor drop. How about that? No one wants to see this one.
Seth, he went to the waist, made him pay for it with the right hand. Not once too often. And Roman Reigns
just too much of a weight there for critical error.
And a drive by
Roman Reigns and Seth made a by
Roman.
Well, Seth for that one. From the door, and he can only blame himself.
And now Seth Rollins trying to regroup and
look, Roman made
gather himself.
Roman made a few errors. That's error that has allowed Romans in the early going to this one, but that was back into this, and that is a mistake you TC.
Roman Reigns, that cannot afford to make. With the he climbs into the crowd. So there's going to be a lot of leeway to go after Rollins. And again, I mentioned that the official's going to let these two get away with tonight. So much on the line in this match with the respect, not just the championship.
Point strategy clearly out. I mean, for both men in this window, this has just turned into a, hopefully both guys keeping out a violent brawl here. Right, so what is really at stake, which is the disdain
that these two have for
World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, they absolutely one another. So, this era, one of the greatest rivalry.
We talk about it, control, keep control of your fleet, though. It's crucial to keep in faculties, keep control of what you're trying to head in this one.
Rollins, utilizing that. And now look at Ross Benson to the midsection of Reigns. Breathing heavily. Roman
giving a ton of leeway as your referee really mentioned Cole, and rightly so. Nobody will fight. That's what wants this thing thrown out. I said let him
onto the steel.
But oh God.
And a suplex.
I'll tell you right now, just bolts of iron of Seth lightning shooting of the Spollins, detonating right into his brain at the top. Straight, and that is devastating for Rollins. Physically, he's not going to be the safest. And for the rest of this match after that impact.
And keeper's area, Roman Reigns. Rollins making his way back to the top. Here he comes.
The jaw of Roman just in the nick. Well, like a knee lift right to the time there from Seth freaking Rollins back in the ring, but major damage to Seth, and now getting close to getting back by both.
Off the apron and high knee by Rollins.
And both men looking wiped out at this stage, but as we've seen it time and again, and we know they can ratchet through the Seth Rollins looks like he's got some major plans.
Roman just trying to barricade the balance. Roman stand up, trying to use the
to the battle for survival in his eyes. Seth Rollins has bloodlust.
Oh, now mocking Reigns with a full head of steam. Shield bomb! Look out!
Those just awakened. Real Roman Reigns.
Seth Rollins already buckling.
Rollins cooked up something devious through that table, but it backfired by the OTC. Who has swung this one around.
The official, the count, the champion backing up, admonishing Roman Reigns to break the ring momentarily. Roman having some fun with it. Mocking Rollins, sort of Vikings here at ringside. Football ability.
Rotate this from him in the back. Something that's completely renewed with his back from the deck. It's in mind. But with bad intent.
More punishment. Rollins gonna use all rounds. Rollins table. No. Rollins gonna turn the table. Through the announce table. Rollins with the pull. And now Roman's down. He's powerbomb. Roman Reigns on the announce table.
On the side of devastation of the ring here, a scene of utter.
It looks like
themselves, but these competitors,
a car crash.
Enjoy is clearly not. Count has started, and now, crucially, both men may be completely toasted.
A count out would keep the title, and this only favors Roman. Around the waist of Roman Reigns, saying, but at least break the count. Rollins has to get Reigns back in the ring.
But even you know Roman Reigns doesn't. Reigns wants a definitive victory when it ended like this. Roman Reigns over the ghost of his past.
7. The official's at 7.
Seth Rollins, he might not get it.
The official at Reigns and Rollins trying to come through.
This is close. Reigns a million.
We're at a count of 8 now.
Rollins dials up.
A count of 9. Beats the count. Seth Rollins beats the count. Rollins. Cover for the title. Pedigree. And a kick. Down. And Rollins almost a pedigree bought him the World Championship. And an incredible main event.
I mean, it's moving at this point, but what lunacy that these two are even. One man is moving better than
Rollins is in position.
freaking Rollins. The other, and that man
Rollins is in position. Roman Reigns. Rollins was looking for trying to make it back to his feet. A stop, but he ran into a super hook in the leg. Ryan punch, covered by the champion. Rollins got the shoulder up at 2.
instinctive kick out from. And that's just one of the greatest in history. No clue where he's at right now. Going in, Seth Rollins, who has none of the kill, and simply beats him.
The emotion starting to run through
to the punch by the OTC.
Reigns' brain. What do I need?
I gotta be honest with you, at this point,
to do to beat him? How can I beat him?
In the match, this deep in the match, who has those championship instincts? It's not about emotion, it's about who has the drive, who this faculties, has the grit, who can fight through, simply not firing in the mind out of the line.
Two of the most important
They were, but there's the prize of
figures in the history battling it out tonight for the world of WWE, our belt heavyweight championship in this business. Will it be Reigns to be the man? Will it be Rollins?
If you're a betting man, you're putting the house on rock.
Not quite sure. I take
Roman Reigns right now.
that bet. And Rollins, and now Seth with a spear, leapfrog with a stomp. Seth with a championship. Here's the cup stomp for the world heavyweight. Roman is in. Roman kicks out.
Out OTC, dead and absolutely stunning from the and sits to this thing, going in for somehow digging his way back, eating the turnbuckle of his own, and he's stopped by Seth. He's rattled freaking Rollins, but that, and you're up against the OTC, is not enough.
Like Rollins pulled an ace, but Roman Reigns was able out of the deck on the kick out.
What's going through his head this week? You'll never be A1 Seth's mind right now. What does Roman say? You'll always be in my shadow below me.
And
You'll always be one level.
It's at Seth Rollins.
Seth, one of Roman Reigns, and it might be able to shove those words down the throat to do just that.
Rollins,
It's an insane level of power. This
in Roman up on his shoulders.
secret to a matchup when you've been bruised,
Two of the most well-conditioned,
battered, and bloody.
man in WWE today.
We talked about it earlier in the show. Those championship gears, when the spotlight have them, yes or no, these two is the brightest. You both proved it, time and time.
Massive crowd looking
And again, they certainly do.
on as Rollins heads to the Roman Reigns here, trying to bring top rope, trying to control the world title home.
Big opponent to try and lift up. Roman Reigns is a big from that position, but I don't think Roman with a headset has it in him right now. But
Driving Rollins to the mat. Uh-oh, Rollins up top. Hooks. Rollins, he hooks Roman to a superplex. He get Roman up. Look at the fuck, and he's gonna roll through. Can he no? But no. Guillotine. Guillotine by Reigns. Rollins guillotine counter by Reigns. It's just flailing. Is Rollins gonna
In deep and struggling with his tap. That choke is locked to feel like a power now.
Reigns has got it locked.
Deck freaking Rollins and he's made it cold.
Rollins with nowhere to go.
It's Brent.
Now showing some signs of life.
Big moments now, but Seth freaking hits in now.
Roman wrapping his
Rollins that is completely
legs like a constrictor. Pass Rollins out. On the waist of Rollins. Look at him.
I mean, you simply can't fight back for the goal.
Jack Rollins
That position, you've got no. Oh, it was no.
still in this.
So, Seth needs to get to the ropes. This is only.
Rollins said not yet. That's still got fight. Not yet. I got fight. Talk about willpower. Seth. Oh my God. Talk about willpower. Rollins trying to fight back to the vertical.
This is completely insane.
The base.
Well, that is not a cruiserweight. He's put on the roster.
And Rollins is able to
Get up there. That's one of the biggest.
slip his arm around Roman. Roman around the face of. Landed on his feet from Reigns to retain. Snare by Seth kick. How the hell did Rock out? Rollins kicked out. Rollins kick out.
Oh, mate, on that count, please get an action replay. I thought that was over. Thought it was over. A flush. The entire stadium. Spear right to the midget. Seth Rollins and just section of an exhausting bout. Time. Seth kicking out. Achieving this one. You absolute freak.
That was three.
Descended in the against Rollins. That is that red line of the OTC. Clarence. He has completely got. It's going to be a problem for Roman despite he continues to put the fact that he's in control here.
Rollins himself A1. But does he believe it? Bigger and better than Rollins. Rollins with a spear. It's crawling to the cover. Seth's gonna do it. He kicks out again. Roman. An instant count. Classic at SummerSlam.
But it was the goading by facing by Roman Reigns, the taunting, and it almost cost him again. Open out this and almost through that window for Seth to steal it from Roman Reigns, the world heavyweight James. And the championship, and you've got to see the reactions. The Minnesota Vikings team in the arena. This is the fight, loving what they're seeing.
Mind games continue. Lifting Roman up. Middle of the buckle bomb to Reigns. Bang. Rollins with. And now. Ripper stop. Caught by Rollins now. With a buckle. Down to Rollins.
Takes the Roman.
By Roman. A stop by
Benson said.
And a stop Roman. A stop by Reigns. Rollins is alive. The cover. Rollins is alive.
Oh, God. Both men tonight times losing fight at their supreme best focus on the real prize of driven by something. The world heavyweight champion, but outside of this competition,
Best. It's about being number one.
if it's hatred,
It's about being the one. That's what this is about. For 12 years, these two top of the food chain men have been fighting over who's. And tonight, that's what it's about. Who's on top? On who's the bout. That's what they want to prove.
Pensacola, we're still waiting for the.
What a damn match.
At this point, how are you even stirred, completely laid out, re-energized? It's like they both.
The official's down. Oh, wait a minute. Rollins out.
Inadvertent shot to the two titans in this industry, and the official, as he's slugging it out.
Oh, and Cockline. Hello. Dean Ambrose out. A little wacky lows. also stopped by Rollins. Oh, he just speared the official, but there's no referee.
Spear, not if you're an official. And there's no coming back from that. I don't even know if Seth had the energy to desperation move. It worked to go for a pin after that stomp.
This is one of the, that I've had enough with damnedest matches. Opportunity to call.
Your ability from two industrial levels of driven to be nothing at this mountain alone. But the guy stood on top.
This is one of those matches where you want to see it. The official down and out until Sean Bennett is
referee is down cold, normal apply. The rules suddenly don't.
Rollins chair with a steel, the weapon. 12 years that started this all ago.
A blast from the
betrayal, much like 2014. With a steel chair in hand, Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns on. Rollins oblivious. No, he's not stepped down.
Ain't too long. Yeah, saw it. But Seth just suddenly switched hands.
Hesitation by Rollins.
And what a moment of for Roman Reigns. Fastest this could be. 12 years in the making.
Roman Reigns getting the obsession. Move past this. I'm going to end this man to man. Brothers in arms, now bitter heavyweight championship.
The finals battling for the world. Two heavyweights slugging it out. In round 12 here, Cole.
Who's got a little bit more left? Gonna dig down deeper.
Who is the better man?
And I think Seth landed a bit
moving pretty down.
gingerly on his ankle.
Nope.